Evening, nerds around the world. Welcome to our Nerds United as One podcast. It's our Flash Hour recap show. Paul English, joined as always by Chris. Chris, how are you?
Hey, what's going on, Paul? It's Chris from Greenbelt, Maryland. Just to say, psyched, because April 30th at 7 p.m. I will be in the AMC theater watching Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Oh yeah, we're all. I don't think there is not a soul alive who wants to see that film who ain't going to see it opening day. Those theaters around the world are going to be packed for that. You're noticing Caleb's not here. I couldn't make it today. So it's just going to be me and Chris today. So, like I said, it's our Flash Hour recap. We're going to talk about that. But first, some other news to go over. Yesterday, it was announced by Ryan Reynolds and later confirmed by Fox that the upcoming Deadpool film will be R-rated. It came out April 1st, so I'm still not 100% sure that this isn't just an April Fool's prank. I'm hoping it's not. And if it turns out to be true, I am pumped about it. I think that even though I would have been happy with a PG-13, I think Deadpool is one of the characters who needs to have an R-rating film. So, Chris, if that is true, that if this in fact R-rated, how excited are you for it?
If it is true, I would be pretty pumped up for it because, I don't think. Maybe it could work, with a PG-13 rating, but I don't think given how the characters portrayed in the comics and how how much given the content that is seen in it. I can see them. I really can't. I'm not sure if I see them doing an R rating. If so, yeah, I'll be thrilled if they came to that decision. And it was announced yesterday, which happened to be April Fool's Day, which is not really the best day for announcements.
No, it's really not.
If they may be jerking our chain, we're trying to get a rise out of us. It's just as much as I would be delighted to have that happen. I think they're just jerking our chain. I hope it's true, though. I just really hope so.
Yes, I hope it is true. If this turns out to be true, this will actually be the first R-rated film I see in theaters. I've never seen an R-rated movie in theaters before. Deadpool will be the first if it turns out to be rated R.
Really?
So, yeah, that's saying something. And you know what? If this does work, it could open the door to a lot of things. We could get a proper R-rated Punisher movie. Maybe another Blade movie. Hell, even a sequel to Carl Urban's Dredd film. I'd love to see that. You think that if Deadpool does well with an R rating at the box office, do you think it'll open the door to some other movies?
It could open. It certainly has the possibility, because superheroes kind of at this point are kind of, kind of not really stuff for kids. But at no point would ever expect, that filmmakers would take a risk and just slap an R rating on a superhero film. They have, of course, they had to consider, the merchandising, aspect of it, selling it to kids, stuff like that, but it's a hard gamble. As much as I like to see an R-rated Punisher film, I'm not sure. Maybe studios may be too trigger shy at this point. But let's just hope they don't shy away from it. It's just it could open the door. I can see that happening.
Well, let me ask you this, because I was watching Dredd again a couple days ago, and it got me thinking that maybe because studios tend to be pretty shy with making R-rated comic book films, you think a character like Punisher or Blade or Dredd, for that matter, comic book character, you think they might be better suited to TV shows on HBO or Showtime or even AMC? Networks who have shows like Game of Thrones or Walking Dead who aren't afraid to take risks like that. You think if they can't have a movie about these characters, you think they could do a TV show with these characters on a network like that?
I've been asking myself the same thing. It was the same thing. I would, I would love to see these on the big screen without any kind of, barriers, restrictions that they had to adhere to, But maybe television may be the best thing for them. I've been thinking myself about, something like Batman. You know, even though it's not like it doesn't have R-rated content. I would say that would be more suitable for television medium. I mean, but yeah, these characters like Punisher, yeah, put them on something like on HBO or Cinemax or not Cinemax, but or Showtime. Maybe that's the best venue for them because you could pretty much do whatever the hell you want. You're pretty much like a kid in a candy store.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So like we said, the problem with the news regarding Deadpool is that it came out on April Fool's, and you can't really believe much of anything you read that day. Another news story that I tragically fell for was a news story that Marvel and Sony were going to be teaming up with Fox for Marvel's Phase 4, leading to the possibility the Secret War is coming. I'm ashamed to say I fell for it, but that would be so cool if that happened. All right. I feel ashamed of myself. I saw it today. I didn't realize it came out yesterday. I feel like an idiot. But anyway, there's Deadpool. Hopefully that's true. It gets rated R. All right, let's move on to our show that we want to talk about. And since Caleb isn't here, let's talk a little Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Oh my God, a solid episode. The backstory of how the second S.H.I.E.L.D. got formed, the conflict, Skye exploring more of her powers. I mean, solid episode, and I loved it. Chris, what did you think?
I thought this was like one of the best of the season. This really, you can really feel the stakes rise at this. You really can feel the stakes rise at this point, and the whole thing with the whole thing with the Skye, how Skye used her power at the end of the episode. I thought that was how they approached that. That was so awesome how they did that. It could have came off as kind of ridiculous and kind of fake looking, but they did it well. They did it well, and I like Edward James Olmos as Robert Gonzalez. I mean, he preferably he serves as a perfect opposite to Coulson,
Mm-hmm.
And the whole thing about the reader, about Gordon, and his whole faction, I don't think they are who they appear to be. The feeling I got from these guys is like they're not they're not. I don't think they're really on the side of good as I like to put it. I think. And I want to know more. Like I said, I want to know more about the Inhuman faction, how they factor into the story, and more about Atlanta, about the city itself. Are we going to go where we're going to go there? Because I don't think they actually destroyed the city. They're ever going to go back there, and this is that's when I want to find out they're ever going to journey there.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, that's another thing I'm looking forward to. The next few episodes, kind of learning more about this Inhuman factor, because as we know, there's Inhumans movie coming out in 4 years, and the Inhumans are really one of the biggest, arguably the biggest unknown of the Marvel universe. Not a whole lot is known about them, especially for casual fans. Unless you're a diehard Marvel fan, you have no idea you don't know who the Inhumans are. I mean, I think having them on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is going to be a good idea to good way to introduce them, get a little of their backstory. That way, when the movie comes out, we're ready for it. I just hope they don't reveal too much in the 4-year span. So, solid episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We should probably consider adding this to our weekly recap show just because of how good it's getting.
And also, you see Lucy Lawless, I loved her in that first episode of the season, and I was so sad to see her go. It's just but I like how she effectively used in the flashback scenes.
Yes, I like that too. I didn't recognize her at first too, but man, yeah, I love to see Lucy Lawless come back. I loved her as Xena in the old Xena show.
Mm-hmm.
Caleb and I have talked about this for a while, that if she was 10, maybe 15 years younger, I would have said she'd be the perfect Wonder Woman.
Yes.
But anyway, let's move on to the main ones. Let's start with Flash. Oh, one thing I'm not going to ask you, Chris, is which episode was better, Flash or Arrow? Because that would be impossible. Both these episodes were unbelievably good. So, as I said, let's go with the Flash. What an opening that was! I'm just seeing that fight happen. It's everything, all the twists and turns, villains. Oh my God, there's way too many just reflecting one point, but I loved it. Chris, before we get into like specifics, give me like an overall impression. What did you think of this episode?
This episode, oh my goodness, it's just like, oh my goodness, it may be up there for me. I mean, this episode, it's like this is absolutely a wonderful episode, amazing. Just like it may come close to Man in the Yellow Suit as my favorite episode of the season. I mean, well, I wouldn't say it's my favorite episode of the season. It certainly will come close. It does add a significant impression to the plot. And can we talk about the twist in the beginning of that episode?
We will get to that. I promise we will get to that. I kind of want to like save that for the end because I thought that was like the big storyline of the episode. But first, let's talk about Mark Hamill as the trickster. Oh my. That was so much fun. I was pulling out my Joker laugh whenever I saw him on the screen because he just sounded very similar to him. Time on that show, and the writers wrote him so well. I loved Mark Hamill as a trickster. What did you think?
Oh my goodness, it was absolutely perfectly diabolical in this role. It's like this is like a sick, manic, twisted, kind of, creepy kind of version of this character, that he brought to the fold. And of course, he seems to be channeling his inner Joker into that. And Mark Hamill just is like I don't think he chooses Siri, but he is wonderfully over. He gives it his best in this. Personally, I wasn't really impressed with the young trickster. I mean, I didn't think that he serviced the part well. But Hamill he delightfully chose the scenery in this episode, and because I love that Star Wars reference.
I got such a laugh. I wish they played the Star Wars music over. Like that would have been perfect. Oh man, but yeah, that Star Wars reference. Oh my God, that was so much fun.
But the music was abruptly dramatic in that scene as well.
That was such a great scene. All right, let's talk about something else. The past 2 episodes. 3 new people, Captain Cold, Henry, and Eddie Thawne, have all learned Barry is the Flash. They've all figured it out. How much longer is it going to be before Iris finally figures out, for real this time, that Barry's the Flash? Like, learns it permanently. I mean, how much longer can he keep this up?
I'm not sure he can keep it up for long. Maybe he can. Maybe she won't even know it at all. At this point, like, too many people know who he is. Too many people know he's the Flash. I mean, adding to the fold, and it's just like, I think it begins to be a little too much. I mean, it's just like, but I guess he had no other choice, because one of her colleagues, Mason Bridge, happened to be killed at the hands of the Reverse Flash, and and he's trying to prevent her from knowing that. He's trying to prevent her from knowing that because Barry's finally caught on. He finally knows who killed his mother.
Yes. Yeah. All right. With that, I don't think it's going to be much longer. I think in the next couple episodes, Iris will figure it out. But we will see. I don't know. All right. Now let's get to the big twist. This one threw me for an epic curveball. The man who we thought was Eobard Thawne, and the man who we thought was like a surname, like a fake name that Eobard Thawne used. Not the case. Harrison Wells was a real person, and somehow when Eobard Thawne got stuck back in the past, I don't know how he did it. Like, he transferred Harrison Wells' skin and his memory into him. So the real Harrison Wells is dead, and Eobard Thawne has assumed his identity. How? Wow! I mean, I am speechless. I did not see that come in at all. Chris, what was your reaction to that?
I'm with you. I was completely floored. I was just I was stunned, to find out to find out that like the man we know is Harrison Wells. It wasn't really Harrison Wells. It's just like Harrison Wells is actually a person, but but we didn't know. We didn't know like we didn't know like the look. We didn't know like it's just it was completely shocking. It's just like it's and then people have been saying maybe he's a different person. When in the last episode when he caught when he apparently taking care of Mason Bridge, people saying maybe that's not even. It was like when Reverse Flash was speaking, it's like maybe that's not Harrison Wells at all. It's just like maybe that's not really him. And I was like, it can't be. But when I saw it in the episodes, like I'm sorry, huh? That was completely a mind frick. It's just like when he revealed him. Oh my. And that was a creepy and just an unsettling scene where he did all the face swapping,
Yeah.
Yes, we had that device where he took his form. It's just like when he took Wells's form, it's just like that was creepy. That was like I felt uncomfortable watching. Oh my God.
Yeah, that was a little uncomfortable to see. Another thing that kind of threw me for a curveball was when in that crash, as Wells' wife is dying, and Thawne comes up. Wells asks him for help, and Thawne says, "This woman's been dead for centuries." Mm-hmm. I'm like, wait a minute. How far in the future do you live? I'm like, okay, I did not see that coming. I thought it might be something like maybe 20, maybe 30 years ahead of where the present is, but it sounds like it's a couple hundred years after the present, after the present.
Well, according to the comic book, Eobard Thawne, is supposed to be from the 25th century.
Okay, well, I don't read the comics, so I didn't know that, but so that probably explains it. So, what was he doing in the? So I wonder what he was doing in the. I wonder. How am I saying this right? I wonder why he traveled back in time in the first place. I mean, he said it's like to kill Barry, but I mean, how did Barry impact Eobard Thawne's future to the point that he needs to kill him? That's kind of, I'm a little confused by that. Hopefully they answer that by season's end. But yeah, solid episode. I'm a little pissed we got to wait 2 weeks.
2 weeks
before episode 18, but at least it's only a week off. Yeah, Flash is taking another time off, but at least it's only 1 week, so okay, it could be worse. All right, let's move on to Arrow. Whoa, another intense friggin' episode. Let's start with Ray's condition. I mean, Felicity's got some balls breaking the rules like that. That was cool stuff. What'd you think about that?
I thought that was absolutely cool. That was incredibly gutsy of her to pull that. Just to pull that off because and Ray was in bad shape,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but Ray, it's like he said, with that claw, he said with his claw, if you don't do anything about it, it might cause brain damage. A lot of things could have gone wrong if she hadn't, taken that risk. But yeah, it's just like I applaud her for that. It's like that was incredibly gutsy. What she the decision she had to make. It's like, man, it's like she said she had to take chances,
Yes, indeed. Is it me or is Felicity's mom just like beyond wise? I mean, that conversation they had at the end after Ray says to Felicity, "I love you," and Felicity fans have some reason to hope now because Felicity's mom seems like, I know he said that, but the truth is you don't love him, do you? You're in love with Oliver. I've known that 5 seconds after meeting him. Felicity fans have some hope. Get your hopes up. I don't know if it's completely dead yet, but we'll see. I mean, I really like Felicity's mom. She's so wise beyond her years. I hope they find a way to keep her coming back for a while. I hope she becomes a recurring character. What specific about that interaction, but more about the character in general? How do you like Felicity's mom?
I think she's she's an interesting, she's an interesting individual. It's just like I like the actress that plays her, Charlotte Ross. I think that's just such a natural fit between the actress and the character. It's just like, I mean, she just said the kind of most inappropriate things. It's like, did you have hospital sex?
Yeah, that provided a good laugh. And this was a really tense episode, so we kind of needed a good laugh.
Yeah, we did. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I love those moments in Arrow. I think those are my favorite moments, just because, like we talked about this before, Arrow is such a dark episode that they need some lighthearted moments to kind of shake things up, and that was definitely a moment where you needed a good laugh. All right, let's get to the main storyline. I'll be honest with you, I did not expect Oliver to turn himself in like that. Did you expect that?
No, absolutely not. I mean, he could have just left the country, but it was like he probably had like federal marshals or something like that trying to hunt him down over the globe. It's like, I mean, I'm not sure he had another. I'm not sure if he had another alternative. And he's just like, but yeah, that was completely unexpected. It's just like he had it just to give himself over like that. It's just like gutsy. I'm just like I didn't know you wouldn't expect that at all. It's just like and you were hoping he wouldn't, but he did actually.
Yeah, I know. I think the only thing that threw me for an even bigger loop was what Roy did at the end, like assuming the Arrow's identity, saying, no, Oliver Queen ain't the Arrow, I am, arrest me. Okay, I can't wait for the next episode. Again, taking another week off, that kind of pisses me off, but it's only 1 week, it's fine, but I mean, did you expect Roy to do that?
No, absolutely. I mean, absolutely not. It's just like some people were like, they were so let down by that moment. It's just like because like after this was such a tense episode that has such a grand scope to it. It's just like and it was like very much on the edge of your seat. But man, it's just like it's just like I said, another thing you weren't hoping for. It's just like. Roy had to take the fall for that. It's just like, oh my god! It's just I mean, wow! It's just
yeah.
Unexpected.
Watching this episode, and I know that Kayla, when Kayla's been on in the past, we've discussed about how Stephen Amell's already confirmed someone major is going to die by season end, and we've thrown out. I think it's like 4 names he's thrown. It's either going to be Roy, Felicity, Lance, or Diggle. Like one of those 4 is going to die by season's end. And watching this episode, I couldn't help but get the feeling that the more and more, I think more and more, it might be Captain Lance might be the windup who gets killed. I can't explain why I think that. It's just watching this episode, I got the feeling that it's going to be Lance, just because of the way that Laurel and Nissa's relationships building, and just how angry Lance and how just everything's going on. I just couldn't get. I got that feeling. I can't explain it. I'm sorry to say, but yeah, I get the feeling that Lance is going to be the one who winds up dying, and which lends the theory that if Oliver wins at the end of the season, beats Ra's al Ghul. He won't kill him, but he'll banish him. Nyssa will assume control of the League of Assassins, and with Captain Lance dead, and Sarah dead, and Mom kind of nowhere to be found, that lends more credence to the theory that Laurel is going to wind up leading. But yeah, I can't explain. I just get the feeling Lance is going to be the one to die. So I mean, did you get any feeling about that watching this episode, that Lance could be the one to die after watching this?
The thing about it is, I've been thinking about that the past few weeks as well. Just like I'm really thinking about this. Maybe maybe he dies, or maybe other characters die. Maybe near season's end, we could see like several other characters who bite the dust or depart, and not. Who will just leave the city altogether. It's just like, I mean, this is a hard one to predict. This is a hard one. This is a hard season to predict because I feel the stakes are incredibly high. Going to be incredibly high as the season progresses, as the season nears its end. Because so many. Because I don't think this is the last we've seen of somebody finding out he over Sierra. He will eventually find out. Roy may take the blame for it now, but I feel Lance will finally know the truth.
I think that in time he'll find out. But piggybacking what you just said, like more characters are either going to die or leave. I think because of this new spin-off show that we're getting with like this United team thing, that I think it might be safe to assume that Ray Palmer is going to leave Starling City at the end of season 3. Like, he's not going to die, but with him getting his own show, he's probably going to leave Starling City and just move someplace else. I'm just getting that feeling. It's safe to assume that. But, I mean, yeah, like I said, I just get the feeling that Lance is going to be the one to die. And truth be told, as much as it hates me to say it because I love Lance. I think he's a great character. And Paul Blackthorne is a wonderful actor. But, I mean, you just look at the name that Caleb has mentioned as possible candidates. Roy. Those four, I like all of them, but I mean, Lance is probably the one I like the least of the four of them. So I mean, I don't know. I guess if one of those four is going to die, I guess I'm hoping it's Lance just because I like the other three more. Which is not a knock on Paul Blackthorne or Captain Lance by any stretch at all. I like Paul Blackthorne and I love Captain Lance, but I mean, I can't really explain it. I'm just getting that feeling. But, solid friggin' episode all around. Like I said, I'm pissed that we got to wait 2 weeks, but I mean, only 1 week off. I suppose I can live with it. I'm getting sick of these breaks, but I'm getting sick of these breaks. Mm-hmm. That's Flash and Arrow. Chris, did you have anything else you wanted to bring up regarding these episodes?
Not really. I mean, not really. But Flash, like, excellent episode all around. The end, it's like very easy. Like, it was like, this is like in the end, this is like the calm before the storm. It's like, or they corner. Well, or should I say thorns, and then they. There's just going to be this massive showdown. It's like it's going to be Flash versus Reverse Flash. And of course, I can't wait until Felicity and Ray show up next week. It's going to be interesting to see how Adam puts his dynamic into the whole Flash. The whole Flash TV series. It could be. It could be interesting.
That's going to be so much fun.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
When they show up. I mean, that scene with Laurel and Cisco. I know Barry's a Flash. I'm the Black Canary. I love you. I just know there are going to be laughs galore in this episode. That one may prove to be my favorite episode of the season just because of I just know there are going to be laughs galore. So I am so looking forward to that one. I wish it was coming out next Tuesday instead of the 14th. That's so upsetting.
I think that the last few seconds kind of a Public Enemy kind of disappointed me. I'm not sure. Maybe it wasn't what I expected it to be. But this, like I said, this was there's this grand, dramatic, tone that it had to it. It's just like it's just an epic episode. It's just like I can't. It's gonna be. It's just gonna be exciting to see how it comes together. How it's going to continue into the next week. Now that Roy took the blame for Oliver.
Yes, indeed. All right, guys. So that's going to wrap it up for the recaps show. Chris, this has been a lot of fun talking about these shows. 2 great episodes today.
So very, very much good. Very much fun talking to you. Like I said, we got a couple of great episodes from these 2 shows, man. This is and the next few weeks, we're gonna have to wait another week. Arrow's gonna be off another week.
Yeah, both Flash and Arrow are off next week.
Oh yeah, it's just like what am I going to do before then? It's like, jeez.
Hey, we got Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh yes, we got Agents. That's been pretty hot. Oh my goodness.
Yes, indeed. So at least we got that, which is better than nothing, I suppose. I wish Gotham was coming back soon. I mean, I can't wait to see how that season ends. Like, can we get Gotham back, please? Let's go. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap it up for the recap show. Thanks very much for watching. Have a great day.
All right.